Hi friends, my name is Narasimha and I'm studying data science group in IRE college. Today, as a part of my subject Python programming, I want to explain a feature of the Python, that is for loop in Python. We all are aware of the Python programming language, which is useful for our day-to-day life, for coders or for programming language persons, or for software development, web development, or educational institutions, training centers, many. Because of the features provided by the Python, it became the famous. So one of the feature is loops. In loops, I want to explain today the for loop. First of all, loops in Python. Python programming language provides three different types of loops for encoding. They are while loop, for loop, and nested loops. While loop repeats a statement or a group of statements while a given condition is true. It tests the condition before executing the loop body. For loop executes a sequence of statements multiple times and abbreviates the code that manages the loop variable. Nested loops, you can use one or more loop inside another while or for loop. While you go into deep, for loop in Python, a for loop is used for iterating over a sequence that is either a list or a tuple or a dictionary or a set or a string. With the for loop, we can execute a set of statements once for which item in a list or tuple or a set, etc. Means for loop is used for execute for posting a condition in the source code and for helping the interpreter to execute the condition. Syntax for the for loop is for variable in sequence and followed by statements. Order of execution of statements using for loop. We all are aware of that Python works on the interpreter. So for execution, for getting an output, the execution order is most important. While using for loop, the execution order of execution of interpreter is the first element of the sequence is assigned to the variable written after for, and then the statements are executed. Next, the second element of the sequence is assigned to the variable, and then the statements are executed second time. This line says that how many variables are there, means there may be any number of variables. For every object, a variable should be assigned. For that assigning of the variable, some lines of code should be written. The interpreter will execute the variable which is present after the first for word, and then the execution of the statements goes on, which I explained before. In this way, for each element of the sequence, the statements are executed once. So the for loop is executed as many times as there are number of elements in the sequence. Python gives us a special character, that is don't repeat yourself. Means once we have executed once we have written one for loop, then the execution takes place. How many variables are also there? For loop will execute all the number of variables that is explained in the last line. That is, so the for loop is executed as many times as there are number of elements in the sequence. Example program is one program. For I in the range of 1, 5, print I. We are getting output 1, 2, 3, 4. How means we are assigning a variable I to a for loop. After assigning, we are giving the range of numbers to the I. 1, 5 means 1, 2, 3, 4. The interpreter first executes the variable I in the range of 1, 5, and next it will print the element numbers present in the I. As we given the range 1, 5 start and stop values, we will get the values of 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Second program. For x in the range of 0, 10, 10, 0, minus 1, print x, end is equals to inverted comma space between them. Here, before we have passed two arguments, 1, 5, but here in the same range function, we are passing three arguments, 10, 0, minus 1, which will indicate that here we are giving start value, stop value, and also step value. The interpreter first executes the variable x, which is in the range of 10, 0, minus 1, and next it will create the list of the x, such as it will start from 10 and end to the zero, a number before 0 means 1, and the difference between two successive elements should be minus 1. Print x. This end statement will help us to print all the output elements in a single line. Means we'll get output 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And program 3. For I in the range of 1, 4, for j in the range of 5, 8, print I, print j. As said before, the Python gives us a variety of loops that are nested loops. Means a loop within loop. I'm using a nested for loop. Means a for loop within a for loop. For I in the range of 1, the interpreter first executes the first for statement for I in the range of 1, 4. Next for statement for I in the range of 5, j, for j in the range of 5, 8, print I, print j. Here there are two elements. Means I have said before, we can assign how many variables we need for the objects. Like output 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Program 3 is an example for loop within for loop. It is also known as nested loop, which I have explained before. Program to display the factorial of a number using for loop. For getting the factorial, not only factorial, in any programming language, for doing the coding for any of the program, there are several ways to obtain an output. So one of the ways using for loop. N is equals int of input of brackets. We have to read a number. If we are using if else statements, means two conditions. If n is double equals to 0, print the factorial of n is 1. It's a print statement. Else, for I in the range of 2, n plus 1, print factorial is equals to I into I minus 1. Print the factorial of n is factorial which is assigned. Means this, the order of execution of this program is, first the interpreter will read the number. Next it will check whether the number is satisfying the if statement or not. If satisfies the if statement, it will execute the print statement which is in a if statement. Otherwise, the interpreter jumps in the else part and executes the else part source code. Here I am giving the input as 5. The 5 does not satisfy the if statement. So interpreter jumps to the else part and it does the function factorial is equal to I into I minus 1 and it is doing the function. On the way you get the output of the factorial of 5 is 120. And we are explaining about the nested for loops. I have explained before and its theoretical explanation. It is possible to write one loop inside another loop. For example, we can write a for loop inside a while loop or a for loop inside another for loop. Such loops are called nested loops. This is an example of for loop within for loop, but we can write for loop within while loop or for loop. For loop using range. The examples which I have shown before, 3 examples are for loop using range function. Example 1 or 2 or 3. A for loop implements the repeated execution of code based on the loop counter or loop variable. For loops using range. Start states the integer value at which the sequence begins. If this is not included, then start begins at 0. Stop is always required and the integer that is counted up to but not included. This para says that if we have not given the start value, the arguments, here we have given 3, start, stop and step. If we have not given the start value, the interpreter by default takes the start value as 0 and stop value if not given, it will take. And example for programs for nested for loop. A program is n is equal to int of input of some value for I in the range of 0, 1, for j in the range of 0, 1 plus 1, print star n by inverted commas. This is a pattern. This is a star pattern. I'm saying I'm reading to I and j, which indicates I indicates the rows and j indicates the columns. And I got an output as this type. The interpreter executes the number, next the conditions which are in the for loops, and then print the stars according to the condition which have been given. Another one is also a pattern. Rows is equal to int of input of something. For I in the range of 0, rows plus 1. For j in the range of I, print I n. This is an output I given 4 and it is given 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4. This means first the interpreter read the number of rows. Next, for I in the range of rows plus 1, we know that the interpreter runs a number less than the number in the brackets. Means rows plus 1 means the interpreter runs up to the rows. Next, for j in the range of I, print I. This is the output I have got because I have given the input as 4. I got output as 4 rows and in each four rows, and in each row I have given the number, I have getting the numbers as the numbers required. Thank you, friends. I hope my lecture is useful to you. Thank you for listening.